everyone, welcome to the Budgeting Sisters. I'm Melissa, and today we are going to do a budget check-in. I'm going to update you. We've got a few changes going on, and I want to talk to you about setting up sinking funds. Um, so we'll tackle sinking funds later. Let's just get right into this. This budget paperwork that I have was a free download on Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning. Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning. If you go to any of her videos, it is listed under her description for just in the free Google Drive. And I love this layout. Now, I have not, and I told you it would be a process. I have not gotten into the see if I can get here, the weekly check-in page. I need to get here, but it's been a crazy couple weeks and I haven't gotten there, but that's okay. We have something going. We're going to stick with this and see where we're at. Now, I'm going to skip these few right here because these were supposed to be cash stuffings, and I've done 40, possibly 60, I can't remember, of this savings challenge. But the sinking funds was not done and the personal was not done. Gas, I do need to go over and look. We have burned through a lot lately. We've been doing lots of doctor visits and eyeglass appointments and checking out vehicles, and I don't know, a lot of gas. So I need to go back and kind of pull up a quick list of that. Groceries, I'm doing okay. I think I am done. I know I'm done for the rest of July. We need to eat what's in our pantry. I've stocked the freezer. I stocked up on snack stuff for work. We're good to go. I just gotta remember to make my menu and stick with it. Because we've had way too many eaten out, and yeah. School, I have the money in the account. I just haven't paid it yet, so I'm going to leave that be. Dogs, we have spent already a total of $30 on them. That was their bark box. They do not need food yet, so I will have to buy them food at the end of the month. Now, medical. Like I said, I had to go get my eye exam done and new glasses. And what else did I do? Oh, gosh. A lot of medicine for me, some for Ken, to the point that Ken has now hit his deductible limit. And so that's good. We won't have to pay that anymore. But in the meantime, we are now up to already $395 in medical expenses. Now, I should be getting a reimbursement from work for about $80. They're paying for my safety glasses. So there's that. Now, rent, that's for August, so we haven't done anything with that yet. Car insurance was a total of $73. So we are under budget by $27. Would that be a plus or minus? It would be a plus, yeah, because we have extra. So, yeah, so we have $27 left there. Told you, my brain's not thinking. Spectrum and streaming services. We have not paid our streaming services yet. And this was so high because we actually were a little behind from last month's. So we have actually made one payment so far. That is $132. And our next Spectrum and our streaming all will come out this week. Afterpay is almost done. We have done a total of 117 so far. We've paid off 2 out of the 3, so that's good. And I'm not going to total these up yet because they're not completed for the month. Once things are completed for the month, then we'll go over and put them over here. Power bill, I had budgeted $200, and this was awesome because we ended up paying $159 this month, which leaves us with a balance of $41. So I'll take that. That would be amazing. And Adobe was paid for a total of $22, which gives us another balance of $3. So that's good because that'll help to cover some of the additional expenses I know I'm going to have for medical and gas and things like that. So that's good there. I'm happy. It's not where I wanted it to be, but because I really wanted to do this weekly check-ins page with the cash stuffings and also do like weekly breakdowns of it. But, you know, we'll get there. It's okay. At least we have some sort of outline. We have some sort of plan. We're going to go with it. But that's where we are for right now. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is sinking funds. We have had a bit of a change in our monthly income. My husband was approved for his disability. Thank you, Lord. But that is going to allow us to set up, because it's a monthly income now, it will allow us to set up some sinking funds. Sinking funds are things that we know in the future that we are going to have come up for bills or that we want to do. It doesn't have to be bills. It could be fun things. Things in the future that we know we're going to have come up. So we want to start planning for them now so that when they come up, we already have a starting point or we have it fully funded by the time it comes up. Now, I currently do not have anything set up for sinking funds, except for we do have a little bit in an emergency fund. I have no idea why I just wrote it that way, but it's okay. This emergency fund is coming from our $24 24 times in 2024. So we have been doing that. We've been doing good at that. That is sitting in an envelope. So we're going to keep plugging away at that. And that's going to be our emergency fund. Now, if I look over here at our bills that we currently have, something that is not on here is holidays. So I'm just going to write seasonal holidays. Because sometimes we celebrate Christmas, sometimes we celebrate Sukkot, sometimes, you know, it's just winter activities, sometimes it's fall activities. But for keeping the sinking funds as a broad spectrum, we want to limit the amount of sinking funds that we have until we get into the habit of making the arrangements and the payings into the funds. So it was suggested when I was watching a video on what was it? The Aesthetic Dollar. And she said to start with no more than 5. Now, she does not include your emergency fund in that 5. So, as our first one is going to technically be seasonal holidays. Now, we have started some of that. We haven't transferred it yet. But the Monday minis that we've been doing and things like that, some of those are going to go into the seasonal holidays. If we come back here and look at the budget, we have personal money, gas, groceries. Those are all going to be in weekly wallet cash stuffings. My school, I'm not going to plan for because I only have one more payment after this, which isn't even a whole payment. I have one payment after this, and that is done. So that's good. Now, dogs. I am going to set up a sinking fund for the dogs because inevitably they got to go to the vets and get checked out once in a while, or shots or things like that. And we're hoping to do some traveling and they'll be with us. So it's important to make sure that they're up to date on their shots and stuff like that. Medical is definitely going to be a sinking fund. With my husband getting approved for his disability, he does qualify for Medicare. Thank the Lord. That is going to be a huge help. But you still got me in here too. So I may move. This is what I can't decide, and I would like some help from you guys to try to decide what to do. Do I keep it in my monthly expenses, or do I keep it in a sinking fund? Or do I need to split it and have a little bit of both? That's where I'm not quite sure yet. So let me know your thoughts on that. This is something I do get into weekly for my prescriptions. So that's what's kind of throwing it off for me as to decide where to put things. But I need to make that decision because I would like to get that started as of August, if not next week. Because gosh, July is almost over, guys. I don't know about all this. This year is going too fast. Rent, we do not have to do anything with. Car insurance, I would like to have one of these funds be a vehicle maintenance and insurance. Now, I say insurance because I would like to get to a point where we are paying our insurance yearly and not monthly. So that's why I'd like it to be in the sinking fund and not necessarily over here. So we may not be able to do that right away, but we can work on it and get it there by starting to add into the sinking fund. I just realized I totally spelled sinking fund wrong. Sorry, got distracted, guys. Whew. The next thing is Spectrum and streaming, Afterpay, Power, and Adobe. I think for number 5, I think we need to have technology. Now let's see if I can spell it. TECH. No. OG. Yeah, I think I spelled it wrong. I don't know. Technology. This would be, for example, phones. I need a computer. Ken's is okay for right now, but eventually he's going to need one. And it also could be for subscriptions, like streaming services to get paid yearly, like the Adobe and things like that, could all come out of technology. I really would like to get out of having any of those monthly. And if we're going to have them, we pay the yearly amount and be done with it, or we don't do it. That's kind of my goal. But this is, for me right now, these are a good starting place. These are the top 5 ones that I'm going to need on top of my emergency fund. Things that I also want to take into consideration soon. So it may become a sinking fund soon enough, but I want to consider house, future living space. We are toying with the idea of an RV, but even with that, we still would need potentially land or lot fees, and even that would be maybe a temporary thing until we build a house and stuff like that. So we need to think about this at some point soon. Number 7 that I would also like to think about soon is oh shoot, I forgot what I was going to call it. Safety and security. Now, this is a variety of things for Ken and I. Part of that is training for CPR, first aid, concealed gun carry permits, things like that. We are a strong Second Amendment household, so having those guns and hunting rifles are important to us. So that with that comes a responsibility of keeping it safe within the house, keeping ourselves safe, and security for ourselves and others around us. So safety and security of us and our home. Okay. And the last one I can think of that I wanted to add, but it's going to have to be in the future, is food preservation. I would like to look at getting a deep freezer again, an upright freezer, one of those. I would like a freeze dryer, but that's like almost $3,000, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. It's going to be something that we plan for. But I also do a lot of canning, and that involves jars and lids and all of that. So there's still some things that we need to think of. But it would also be for pantry stock ups, household stock up goods, and things like that. So household stock up. So this is a general idea of where we're going to start and things that we hopefully very quickly will be also adding in. Now you will see very soon from me setting up a binder for these. I have one ordered, but I'm not ready. I haven't gotten it yet. So I'm not ready to set them up yet, but you will see a setup process for me of how I'm going to set this up, how I'm going to keep track of it, how I'm going to keep track of what I spend and what I got for balance, as well as where I'm going to be keeping these items. So that's all to come. But for now, let's keep going with our budget. Keep keeping track of things. I know there's a few things that I'm probably going to have to add in down here that we did not budget for, but that's okay. Stuff like that happens. It's going to come up. Thankfully, the things that I have planned, we are going to have the money to cover it. It just in with our buffer account. So it'll be all right. It'll all work out. I'm very thankful for the changes that we have coming and everything that is happening. Now, I do want to thank you all that have gone over to the Budgeting Sisters shop over on Etsy. It has been a great month for us so far. If you haven't gone over there and checked it out, we have a ton of stuff on our Etsy page now. Lots of Christmas and seasonal items and all of that. So it's all up and available. Anything that April and I have been featuring over these last couple weeks has all been listed on our Etsy page. And again, that's the Budgeting Sisters shop over on Etsy. Now, I did want to remind you, this budgeting page is not ours. This is Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning over on YouTube, and she does give these away for free. So please go over there, show her some love, say hi from the Budgeting Sisters, and help her reach her goals of being monetized as well. But I want to thank you all for being here, for watching the videos, for liking and commenting and subscribing, and just being part of our family here at the Budgeting Sisters. You guys have definitely made a huge impact in mine and April's lives, and we just love you all and want to thank you for that. But be sure to check out April tomorrow. And she has, is it sinking funds or savings challenges? I think it's saving challenges. No, sinking funds? Ken's shaking his head. It's sinking funds that she is doing. So she'll be able to give us an example of what we've just been talking about. So that's perfect timing. But we will see you all later. Have a good day and a good rest of the weekend. Bye, everyone.